Alright, so good days everyone. I'm Nicholas Goh, and today I'm presenting a 10-slide keynote summary of my analytical article on Unilever's international business strategy. The puzzle is simple. Unilever improved performance and reinvested, yet still look squeezed between focus specialists and liant global giant. In the next few minutes, I will do three things. Explain why transnational strategy become expensive, show where that the cost bite in Unilever, and propose an operating model fix that makes skill work again. Here's the road: context, frameworks and thesis, evidence and diagnosis, the operating model, and an execution roadmap. Alright, so why this matters now? Two signals of uneven globalizations. Threats remain large, but operating environments is fragmenting. That means the old assumptions, skills solve everything, not longer hold. Skill still can help, but coordinations and compliance costs rise faster than revenue. For multinationals, this show up as more fragmented regulation, higher supply disruption risk, faster digital cycle, and trial scrutiny of claim and purpose. So the strategy question comes: how do you keep global platforms without drowning in global complexity? Alright, now about the framework. Integration versus responsiveness. Hughes' integration responsiveness framework is the starting point. Unilever sits in the transnational space. It needs global efficiency and local fit. The key move in the article is treating height not as a destination but as a frontier. The closer you push, the more coordination cost you create. That sets up the core thesis. Unilever's constraint is a hidden cost I call the complexity tax. Right, now the core thesis. The complexity tax. Complexity tax is the non-linear overhead that erodes the marginal value of global skill. It has three parts. First, governance drag, decision latency created by matrix alignment and signal off. Second, portfolio penalties. A broad SKU or brand footprint multiplies cost to serve. Packaging variance, channel complexity, claim upkeep. Third, innovation dilution. Global templates can blunt local distinctiveness, making the pre-immunizations harder. Now, let me show why this matters for Unilever using FY 2024 reason. Right, so evidence. Unilever FY 2024 snapshot. FY 2024 shows the progress. 4.2% underlying skills growth, 18.4% underlying operating margin, and brand and marketing investment at 15.5% of turnover, the highest in over a decade. Growth is volume lead 2.9% volume, with the remainder implied price or mix. Yet the so what is that reinvestment does not automatically remove the squeeze. If complexity tax is rising, performance improvements can be partially spent just coordinating the system. So the next step is diagnostic. Where does the complexity tax bite us? Diagnosis. The complexity tax heat map. The heat map makes one point. Not all markets create the same friction. Focus on hotspots. Indonesia is the archetype. China architecture and price pack ladders. Reward speed. Governance, drag and portfolio breathe make the speed expensive. and Unilever itself flagged long-standing competitiveness issue there. Brazil is about fast cultural cycles, slow global approvals risk irrelevance. The UK is compliance heavy. Claim and sustainability scrutiny are multiplied overhead per SKU. So the qualification is illustrative, not an audited number, but is intuitive. 400 brands times small compliance effort become real organizational capacity. To see whether this company specific or structural, we benchmark peers. So now the benchmark. The middle growth squeeze. Unilever's margin sits mid-pack, above sub-peers, below the best is in class. On growth, Unilever is improving, but specialists like L'Oreal compare higher growth with strong operating margin, which hints that the focus and operating leverage matter. The point is not copy L'Oreal, is that a cleaner portfolio and faster decision system can shift the productivity frontier. Let's lead to the solution. Don't pile initiatives onto the matrix. Redesign the operating system. Right, now it's about the solution. Agile federated model. Right, so the design principle is simple. Centralized platform, federate the decisions. Layer 1 is a global platform, Federal Reserve, share data backbone, procurement, and critically a compliance engine that reduce portfolio penalties under the fragmented rules. Layer 2 is federated member states, category region, P&Ls, with real decision right inside global guardrails. This directly attacks the governance drag. And the layer 3 is the ring fence, the ventures up. Run circular models, cultural intelligence, tooling, and modular supply pilot. Then skill what works. In other words, global where it must be, local where it wins. With clear accountability. Finally, we make it feasible with a 24 months roadmap. So the slide, implementations 24 months roadmap plus KPI. So 0 to 6 months, define the decision rights. Pilot one business group. Map bottleneck. KPI, time to decision. When 6 to 12 months, dual source critical inputs. Modularize the priority SKUs. Launch the cultural sensing sprints. KPIs is about the campaign cycle times and the cost to serve. When 12 to 24 months, scale the model. Stand up the venture arms. Rationalize the SKU where compliance cost is high. KPIs, share in priority markets and compliance costs per SKU. So now, let me close with the 3 takeaways you can remember and repeat. So now, the takeaway 1. Transnational strategy has a hidden legal. Complexity tax grows non-linearly. And takeaway 2. Diagnose the hotspot, not average. Focus where governance and the compliance collide. And the takeaway 3. Redesign the operating system. Centralize the platform, federate decision, ring-fence experimentations. So that's all for me, and thank you so much for watching. I'm also happy to take any questions on the heat map logic, decision rights, design, or the KPI dashboard. Thank you so much.